Fox News, America's #1 news source. Now let's get straight to today's top story. As you may have already heard, there's been an oil spill off the coast of Santa Cruz Island, and it's created quite a stir with government officials and some local nonprofit organizations. They are all furious with COPE, the California Offshore Petroleum Institute, for their advocacy of the oil industry. But is it really fair to blame the oil industry? Well, yesterday at a joint press conference between the U.S. Coast Guard, National Park Services, and COPE, tempers flared as one group after another blamed COPE and demanded a resolution to this problem. Now, the good people at COPE are not the bad guys in all of this. They're simply doing their very best to fix the problem. And don't forget that we still have no idea who's responsible for this mess. What is known is that the radical group COFO, the Coalition for an Oil-Free Ocean, may have something to do with the spill. And they were seen, by their own admission, at the site of the spill in the days leading up to the spill in scuba gear. In a written statement, they had this to say: members were on Catalina around the time of the incident, and the suits in question were scuba dry suits. We urge all stakeholders and the public to say no to more drilling in the Southern California Bright. Well, yesterday at the press conference, they were at it again with this little outburst. Have a look.
Considering that offshore oil spills have such a gigantic effect on all wildlife and organisms, as well as humans and fishermen, and all kinds of economic aspects as well, how do you expect possibly be able to compensate for these actions? Take the sea lions off of San Clemente Island. They breed there. It's breeding season right now. You can clean up a sea lion, but you can't get them to breed again. It's going to be too late by that time. Woo-hoo, go girl.
Now, who really stands to gain from this spill? We here at Fox still have our suspicions about the radical group, who in the past have not steered away from radical actions such as this. So why would this time be any different? Oil is shipped all around the country every day without spilling a single drop. So what really happened on the day in question? It seems that the Coast Guard is still conducting an investigation. Here's what Captain Lauren Lismeyer of the U.S. Coast Guard had to say when asked who was to blame.
It's still being investigated, and the Coast Guard is doing what we can to investigate, but I believe there needs to be some internal investigations into the potentially responsible parties as well to verify our guesses. We can't release that information.
So no one knows what happened. But what we do know is that the newly appointed Czar of Disasters, Misha Miller-Siston of the National Park Services, thinks that this spill was a good thing. At the press conference yesterday, he made news when he let out this little gaffe. Here, watch.
Well, maybe things will go our way because of this. The massive death of lots of animals should really be thought of as a good thing. The national parks may make out pretty well from this.
It's really hard to see how someone from the Department of Interior could keep his job after a performance like that. Just goes to show you just another way in which the Obama administration is failing this country. Now, don't go anywhere, because when we get back after the break, we're going to let you know how the Democratic Party is single-handedly destroying this country. Fox News, we report, you decide.